Hey everyone, it's Schmuckles. Today we're going to talk about new Datamined info for the Dead by Daylight 2v8 event that's coming to DBD. There's also news that came out relating to the FNAF chapter content, and new Ghostface licensing news, and I'm not sure how this is going to affect 2v8 or Ghostface in Dead by Daylight, but the owners of the Ghostface mask are talking about shutting down the license permanently. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. So with the live release of the mid-chapter 35.5, there was a lot of information that was datamined out of the game files. Regarding Five Nights at Freddy's, Dweet said the Five Nights at Freddy's chapter release date is June 17th. The PTB will be on or a couple days near to May 27th as I suspected, and this was confirmed by Oryx Cell's gift being obtainable from now, May 6th until June 17th, the FNAF release date. Ruthless Leaks posted with multiple instances of content and events ending on May 27th. It seems very likely that the FNAF PTB will be on May 27th. The first picture that Ruthless posted showed that the proceeds of the Orla day shift and night shift outfits are going directly to charity. This is going to the Grow Beyond campaign in support of children and families from Quebec. This is one thing that ends on May 27th. You can see the time frame listed is May 13th to May 27th. There's also the new 2v8 information posted by Ruthless. It looks like the event's going to run from May 13th to the 27th. Cosmetic sale for the Ghostface and Oni new characters map. The Ghostface, the Oni, and Garden of Joy are new elements that are coming to this 2v8 iteration. There is even key art that was data mined from Ruthless. You can see the Oni and the Ghostface are being featured in the 2v8 key art for this upcoming event. Dweet also posted the Ghostface badge and banner. This is going to be earnable in the next 2v8. You can see there's a Ghostface badge and banner right there. Kind of cool to see more licensed content coming as a badge and banner. And then Ruthless showed that there's a 2v8 smoke bomb icon. I assume that this was also data mined from the game files. This looks very similar to the Haunted by Daylight 2024 Void crystal that you could actually obtain. Recall this crystal is something you could actually obtain in the Void, and then once you throw it down, it creates a little smoke shield. It was a really cool and strong limited time item that was featured in the Haunted by Daylight 2024 event. You can see the similarities between the Datamined 2v8 smoke bomb that's coming in with the next 2v8 event and the Void crystal icon that was used in the Haunted by Daylight 2024. They don't look exactly the same, but stylistically they look pretty similar to me. So I kind of suspect that it's going to function pretty much the same way, and it's going to be actually something you can use in the 2v8 event that's coming up. Let's take a look at the Void crystal, this limited time item that came with the Haunted by Daylight 2024. It's not an item that can be obtained through the blood web. Once you have this crystal in your hand, you can press the ability button to drop the Void crystal at your feet. It detonates and creates a thick smoke shield to obscure visibility, grants you full invisibility while inside its area of effect, suppresses the creation of your scratch marks. This effect lingers for a few seconds after leaving the area of effect, can be retrieved from the Void well, which is located in the center of the Void, in exchange for depositing 50 Void energy. Limited items are consumed on use. They cannot be brought into the campfire after the trial and are removed by the entity upon exiting the trial. So will the smoke bomb coming in the 2v8 function exactly the same as the Void crystal? I'm not really sure. They did add herbs in the last 2v8 event, so they do like to add these sort of limited time items or like secondary objectives. There was a deposit process that you had to do to obtain the Void crystal, so I kind of suspect you're going to have to do something similar to obtain these smoke bombs. There's also a Ghostface charm that's going to be earnable in the next 2v8 tome alongside his badge and banner. And Dweet also posted the next maps for the 2v8 5.0, aka not the one that's upcoming, are Garden of Joy, Greenville Square, and Torment Creek. This means likely that the Dredge and the Unknown will be featured in the next iteration. So just to recap, the May 13th to the May 27th 2v8 event that we suspect is coming in via datamined game files is going to feature the Ghostface, the Oni, and Ruthless here is saying the Garden of Joy. I'm not sure if that's going to be attached to it or not, because Dweet kind of said the iteration after this one will likely feature the Unknown, the Dredge, and the Garden of Joy map, which is the Dredge's map, and it seems like the May 2v8 event is going to feature a smoke bomb. Fun World actually might be closing right now due to tariffs that have been instated in the United States. This is something that was brought to my attention by Beezy from my Discord community, so a big shout out and a big thanks to Beezy for this information. We'll go over all of the facts of the situation. There's speculations mixed in with the facts. I'm going to read all of the things. Some of the information comes straight from the owner of Fun World. So 20 hours ago on Reddit, it was posted that Ghostface masks may come to an end due to Fun World closure. And I was like, what exactly does this mean? Well, businesses are saying that tariffs may cause them to close. This is something that was posted on May 5th, 2025. Fun World has been located in Carley Place for nearly 40 years and was founded in 1963 after operating under a different name for 4 years prior. The company has supplied people with the Halloween costumes, decor, and more, as well as accessories for other holidays. This mask is the mask that's on the Dead by Daylight version of Ghostface, so Behavior has a relationship with the license holder's Fun World. Fun World is also responsible for creating the Ghostface mask in the early 1990s, commonly associated with the Scream movie franchise. Alan Geller, the owner of the company, said his business is very profitable every year and can provide bonuses to employees. Geller said he already predicts Funworld won't turn a profit in 2025. If a sudden and extreme tariff from China does not reverse, I may close the doors permanently, he said. Geller said the cost increase is passed along to his business, and American customers can expect to pay nearly 3 times as much for Halloween items. President Donald Trump has executively levied tariffs against countries from across the world since taking office in January. Many countries have been slapped with a 10 to 25% tariff, but China is by far the outlier, as the United States has placed a 145% levy on the Asian country. So Geller's pretty much saying that the cost increase of the tariffs is going to be absorbed by American consumers, which may cause him to permanently close doors on this license. There's speculation buzzing on what the outcome of this is going to be on Reddit. People were kind of in panic mode that the Ghostface mask's production is going to come to an end and the company may close. One Reddit response and speculation that got a lot of upvotes said, "Bit dramatic, the rights to the mask would just be sold off to Spyglass or a subsidiary. Sucks to think that such an iconic business could close because of tariffs. That's what you get when you elect an idiot though." Someone else was wondering, I wonder if those rights would go to Paramount since they own the film rights and they could just lease out the rights to produce the mask to a production company. In that case, then the mask could be released with the Scream branding too instead of just the Ghostface one. Someone said, I don't think Paramount owns anything to do with the mask, and this is true. But I imagine if it came up for sale, then they would bid since they don't want someone holding it hostage for a big pay from any future films. So there's a lot going on in the licensing world of the Ghostface mask and Funworld in general. The outcome of this is largely unknown, and I think it's kind of crazy this is all happening at the same time that Ghostface is going to be joining the 2v8 event in Dead by Daylight. Could this mean that the Ghostface license holders would potentially not renew with Dead by Daylight, meaning that the Ghostface mask would somehow have to leave the game? I'm not really sure. We're just going to follow the situation and the facts of the situation, but this is something I just wanted to bring to your attention in the licensing world and how it relates to Dead by Daylight. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. That does it for this video. Goodbye.